Greetings, people. This is Yarda Reviews, a show where we talk about a multicultural view of film, TV, and all things entertainment. I'm your host, Sadiq Johnston, and this is my co-host, Irv, right here behind the scenes. And this episode, we're going to talk about our top 10 most anticipated films for 2015. So we're going to go through some honorable mentions first. Irv, start us off.
Okay, so the first one is Selma, which is based on the civil rights marches led by Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
It's out February 6th, and it stars Carmen Ejogo, David Oyelowo, Tim Roth, and Giovanna Ribisi.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that film. I saw some trailers about it and it's really interesting. I think it's showed in limited releases already in the States, so that means it's also a contender for the Academy Awards.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be good when the film does come out in February because it's kind of going to build up the buzz as it being an Oscar contender.
And isn't February their sort of, isn't it Black History Month?
Exactly. Yeah, so it's coming out right in time for that. So I think that it's going to be definitely a contender. And I think it's going to be,
You know they're both English? The leads.
Yeah, the British people. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
And he was also in The Butler.
Yeah,
he was also in The Butler. He was a son in The Butler.
Like sort of
he's
espionage type films. I've seen, like he's the FBI guy or something.
Yeah, he's really good, good actor. So I'm looking forward to him doing the role of Martin Luther King. And I think he said that this role was he always said that he would have played this person. And it came true for him, and he was
holding out for it or something.
Yeah, and it worked out. Yeah, it took a while, but he got it, and it was brilliant. So I'm definitely looking forward to that in February. So the next honorable mention.
Entourage, which is out June 19.
Yeah. So alright, I'm gonna be honest with you. I used to watch Entourage, right? I kind of fell off.
Why? That's a good show.
Yeah, but I kind of fell off a little bit, and I'm gonna be honest with you. When I started falling off is when it's almost basically like the last season where he started messing around with the porn star, and it was really kind of getting worn out for me. But I'm not gonna lie to you, that trailer gave me a needed boost of energy.
How dope was the trailer?
Yo, when you saw the beginning of that trailer and then it looked like a proper movie. You know what I mean?
And it was a film within a film. Oh
man, film within a film. This is just so. This is just Entourage. You know what I mean? Like straight up, it's Entourage, and that's how they roll. When the girl looked at her and said, "Hey, he used to be fat." That was hilarious. Yo, listen. Looking forward to Entourage. Coming out. Trust me, I think it's gonna be really good. And next honorable mention.
Ant-Man, which is out July 17.
Yes. So this is a Marvel movie. Listen, Marvel has a very good track record, as everybody knows, right? They come up with these films and they do gangbusters, and it's amazing. So I think this one is a honorable mention for me because even though Edgar Wright dropped out, with Peyton Reed coming on, and even though he's respectful of the property because he had a rock band and he was actually Ant-Man in his rock band's album cover. So he does, Ant-Man is obviously his favorite superhero, so he has respect for the property. Okay. So and they're also using bits of Edgar Wright's original script, but they're just changing it up to kind of work with the whole cinematic universe, to work with everything else. So at the end of the day, you're still getting some of Edgar Wright's vision, but it still has to be tweaked. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm looking forward to it, and that's why it's on my honorable mentions, because it's going to tie in with the whole story. And right now, Marvel can do no wrong as far as the cinematic universe is concerned. So I'm all on board with that. So next honorable mention.
Another group that can't do no wrong, Pixar.
Yeah.
Inside Out, which is out July 24th.
Yo, so this movie is just so cool. Yeah, with the whole thing about the emotions.
Emotions are given characters. Their own characters and stuff, and it's so cool to play out. You see them, what is it called? The headquarters.
Yeah.
Where they all live and they control and
all the emotions and stuff.
It's
insane. I think Pixar, like I said, they can do no wrong when it comes to the animating the industry. They're like the lead. They're just the leading filmmaker, and their animated films are actually like proper films. Yeah. Like they're proper, and it's like even from a child to an adult can appreciate them. It's not a thing where if you want to take your kids to a Pixar film, you're going to get bored. You're going to be engaged.
You might be engaged more than the kids. Yeah, I mean, they do certain one-liners and stuff.
Yeah, that of course relate to. Exactly, children, but of course we go relate and we're going to chuckle and we're going to laugh. Yeah. And then you have also like The Incredibles and stuff like that. Like all of these Pixar films, they're really good. You know what I mean? Like really, and like I said, they can't do no wrong. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. So next honorable mention.
Oh no, that's
it.
Mention's done. So
finally.
We're now going to go on from the top 10 list.
Top 10 list, brilliant. So
number 10 is Pablo Escobar Paradise Lost, which comes out January 15th.
Yeah.
And stars Benicio del Toro and Josh Hutcherson.
Yeah. So listen, we saw the trailer for this, and
we saw it a while ago.
Yeah, a while ago, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it's anticipated for me because I mean, you know, I'm very enthralled with the whole drug kingpin thing. So I'm watching Pablo Escobar, like, you know, being portrayed on screen, especially by Benicio del Toro. I think that's almost like a match made in heaven. And like when I saw that trailer, I was like, yo, call me Pablo. I'm like, oh man. I was like, this is it. And you know, it kind of reminds me of almost like the King of Scotland, but almost on a vibe of where it's with because of course he gets involved with the woman.
In the synopsis that I read, he's working for him, Josh Hutcherson, who's like a young Canadian surfer, and he comes to Colombia to open up like a surf school or something. Yeah. And then that's where he meets the girl who ends up being Pablo Escobar's daughter, and then he somehow gets sort of entwined with
caught up in the whole the whole life and everything. And I mean that's I'm just interested to see like how that whole plays out, you know, because maybe it was
it's an interesting concept to come from a different angle.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, to be honest with you. I mean, when I saw the trailer, I was like, yo, I can't wait till this comes out, and you know, I just hope it just doesn't disappoint. I just hope it does not one of those films that just falls flat. I just hope that they kind of like, you know, break, because I mean, obviously it's a fictional story kind of based on reality, so you have to kind of intertwine the two, just like how Boardwalk Empire did it so properly. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I want it to work out that way where I'm fixated.
Balance.
In it. You know what I mean? I don't want to get lost out of it at all. So anyway, that's why it's definitely on number 10 for me. So number 9.
Number 9 is A Most Violent Year. That's out January 23.
Yeah.
And stars Oscar Isaac and Jessica Chastain.
So I saw the trailer for this, right? And I think it already came out limited release in the States.
Yeah, it's already out. But we get it. Later.
And to be honest with you, it's definitely an Oscar contender as well.
Yeah, they're saying that that's his best performance, and like it's got a lot of buzz based on that.
They're saying it's early echoes of The Godfather in some of the reviews.
He looks.
And really and truly, it's one of those films like when I saw the trailer, I was like, yo, this is going to be one of those independent films that just blows like almost everything out of the water. It's one of those crime. It's like Jessica Chastain is one of those like the gangster's wife, and she's just
handles business.
It's just insane. And it's just insane to watch how everything goes down and how he's like getting ready to make the deal. And it's listen. When this good. So that's definitely why it's on my top 10 anticipated. So what's the next one?
Hateful 8 is like number 8.
Yeah.
It's estimated around December, so we haven't got like a certain date for that.
Well, okay, Hateful 8. Not much we can say about this other than it's Quentin Tarantino, and he has an excellent track record as far as directing is concerned and writing. He did he did Django Unchained, which was a revenge western. This is also a western, but set in the Civil War era. Yeah. And it's going to have multiple characters, and all these characters are going to be interact, and it's going to play out really good. And he's always known for his fabulous dialogue. I know the dialogue is going to be on point, and there's going to be some action as well. Yeah. So I feel that it's going to be dope, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. That's why Hateful 8 is at number 8. So number 7.
Jurassic World, which is out June 12th.
Oh man, listen, when I saw this trailer, I was like, alright, listen, they're taking it back to the old school.
Cool concept.
They're taking it back to the old school. Like, is that Jurassic Park is now Jurassic World.
It's a theme park.
Yeah, it's like you're going to Disneyland. You know what I mean? Like you're going to Disneyland, but it's just real dinosaurs. But the dinosaurs now are obeying human commands. They've gotten to the point where people can control the dinosaurs. Obviously they're going to show like how the park kind of got to where it is, because now it's like these futuristic balls that they're traveling in, and it just looks so cool, and like it's Jurassic Park in the 20th century, how it really looks. Yeah. And I mean, from what I saw in the trailer, brilliant. I think Chris Pratt is actually playing a more serious role than what he normally plays. I don't think he's a lot more laughing and gags in this one. I think he's very serious, which is good. I want something different from him now, because he's more playing himself as Star-Lord. I want to see him now in a film where he's doing serious acting. So that's definitely you know what I'm looking forward to.
Number 6 is Legend, which is based on the life of British gangsters Ronnie and Reggie Cray.
Yeah.
And Tom Hardy is both of them, which is doubly exciting for me.
Okay.
But the date is unknown, but it is going to be in 2015.
Alright, well listen.
I think they also just finished wrapping everything up, so.
Which is good. It's because listen, I'm looking forward to this film because first and foremost, the Cray twins are legends out here in the UK, legendary gangsters.
Part of and London history.
London history, and the history is so deep. Where my grandmother, because she used to live in the same community.
Really?
When I'm giving you guys some
history
connected to me. So my grandmother told me that in the neighborhood she used to live in, she knew the Cray twins. And they used to live in her neighborhood, and they used to ensure that she got home safe from work. Every time she came home from work.
That is awesome.
They used to like her, and they used to make sure she gets home safe from work, and she just knew them as just the bad boys in the neighborhood. Little shillers for you guys. My grandmother, broke me off some knowledge, which was dope. But anyway, listen. I think that's amazing. And
he's gonna kill it. You know he's gonna kill it.
Listen, I expect nothing but great things from this film. Because I only expect great things from Tom Hardy.
Of course.
Simple as that. So let's move on to the next thing.
And more Tom Hardy, Mad Max Road to Fury, which is out May 15.
Oh man, listen. First and foremost, I've been a fan of the Mad Max franchise. Sir George Miller, since he put it out, that put Mel Gibson on the map as an actor. And eventually Mel Gibson came up to be one of the best directors as well. So when you really think about this, him coming from George Miller and then George Miller coming back to direct a Mad Max, and now he's putting Tom Hardy as Mad Max. Listen, right now, George Miller, Tom Hardy is just I think Tom Hardy, he doesn't have time for himself anymore. I think he's shooting so many different movies.
There's actually more of him on this list.
Listen.
He's busy.
Listen, man. Year. Tom Hardy, you're working overtime, bro. You're working overtime, and you're giving us good films. You're giving us some really good films. You're not giving us garbage, which is brilliant. You know what I mean? So thank you so much. Anyway, Mad Max Fury Road, very anticipated. That's why it's number 6.
Number 5.
5, sorry.
Yeah. Number 4. A little bit more Tom Hardy. The Revenant, which is out January 15, but there's no trailer for this.
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio's in it also, and it's about. He plays like a fur trapper, and I think one of his companions, it might be Tom Hardy, or Tom Hardy might be one of the sort of security people that comes along. Anyway, so he gets mauled by a bear, and it's really bad. So his partner, whoever plays his partner, decides, he's not worth carrying on this journey.
And leaves him for dead.
So he leaves him for dead. So he hires these two security type people to watch him as he buries him. So they rob him, they bury him, and they leave him to die. But he survives somehow because he's Leonardo. And then his journey to get revenge and it's the entire movie.
Okay, well
that in itself.
First and foremost, Alexander Inarritu, he directed Birdman, which I have yet to see and I heard great things from. So for him directing a film with Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hardy, and he got Oscar caliber work from Michael Keaton, you know that this is definitely going to be an Oscar contender, and you know that it's going to be a brilliant film. And if it's a revenge film, this probably might be Leonardo's gold statue. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, he's been going hard, ladies and gentlemen. Who knows? This might be his gold statue. We don't know yet, but I'm looking forward to it, and that's why it's on number 4. So what? Number 3 now.
Number 3 is Spectre, which is out October 23rd.
All right. Well, anybody who knows me knows I'm a fan of James Bond. Knows that my grandmother grew me up on James Bond films. I've been a fan of all the Bond films, and my order of the best James Bond actor is as follows. You have Sean Connery, then you have Daniel Craig, then you have Roger Moore, and then you have the rest. Anyway, so as far as I'm concerned, Spectre is going to be incredible. Sam Mendes, who did Skyfall, which film was just, and it was the highest grossing film in the UK and the highest grossing Bond film ever. Wow. And it's a brilliant film. Yeah. It's a good film. It's a good Bond film.
I like the marketing tactic they did with that. They covered Bond Street with the posters everywhere.
Listen.
And at first I was like, why am I only seeing James Bond? I was like, oh yeah, I'm at Bond Street.
Yeah, which is so ill. But not only that, it's like you know that they're filming it now. Like you had some pictures of how dope it is. The film is being filmed right now as we speak, right? They're filming Bond, Spectre as we speak, and we're going to get it
this year.
Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? This is what you call like proper, like these people are on their time frame, they're on their job. They're filming it, they're cutting it, they're wrapping it. I mean, Batman v Superman is wrapped and it's coming out in 2016.
What for?
I mean, why is DC teasing us? Alright, they just want to capitalize and make bread. That's what they want to do. But I'm not gonna lie, post-production for that film probably is hell. So I think a lot of those effects, you know, you're trying to make a man fly, you're trying to make Batman beat up Superman, it's gonna have to look kind of real. So obviously the post is gonna be big on that, but we're kind of moving off target. But anyway, Bond is coming out this year. Looking forward to it. Alright, what's our number 2? One.
This is Number 1 is number 2. You're right.
Yeah, that's right.
So number 3 was Spectre. Number 2 is Star Wars: The Force Awakens, which is out December 18. All
right. So Star Wars is my number 2. First and foremost, the prequels were garbage. So Star Wars came out in the 1970s and then it ended in the 1980s. This is 30 years, right? The classic 3 Star Wars films came out before I was born, and I ended up watching them and loving them. And then we got the prequels, which are trash. And then now people from our generation are only a fan of Star Wars for the old stuff. And now you're going to actually see a continuation 30 years after the legendary Star Wars. And then it's coming now to our screens. These characters are coming back. The old characters are coming back 30 years, you know, into what we're talking about. And like, it's going to be a new thing, you know, new Sith, new Jedi, new
everything.
Characters. And like, it's going to be deep. And like, they're really headed in the proper direction, and I think that the new generation now can now appreciate Star Wars, and they're going to come up with a proper good film. So that's why it's definitely on number 2 for me. So our number 1 film,
Avengers: Age of Ultron.
All right. Well,
April 24.
Everybody know I'm a comic book geek, right? Everybody knows this, and everybody knows that when I saw this trailer, first and foremost, I said that the trailer is releasing with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and of course the trailer was leaked, and of course I watched the leaked trailer, and then, you know, I hit up Irv and I say, oh, Irv, you need to watch the trailer, out, you know.
Sick.
And listen,
James
Spader's voice, man, is just like, yo.
He's carrying an entire show based off his voice. Of course he's going to kill
he's literally, he said literally, I'm playing an 8-foot robot. But it's his voice that makes the character so alive. You understand what I'm saying? It could have been a tin man. You know what I mean? With that voice, he's just so menacing,
brought that to life.
Brought it to life. And saw the trailer, it blew me away, and Marvel is really, like I said, doing no wrong. The first Avengers was excellent. Let me tell you something. Our cameraman Dan, right? He's not really familiar with the Marvel universe, but he said to me today, he was like, dude, I saw Avengers for the first time. I was like, dude, what you thought about it? Dan, what do you think about Avengers?
Yo, alright, one word, dope.
Dan's been saying this a lot lately. So Avengers was dope, and Avengers is dope. All right. So that got put Dan on the Marvel universe. All right, and I tell Dan, say no, he has to do his homework and watch all the films leading up to that, and watch a few films after that, because it is dope. The Marvel universe, Dan, is dope. Okay. So that's why Avengers: Age of Ultron is my number 1 anticipated movie for 2015. I don't think they will fail, and I think that Joss Whedon did his job, and listen, directing a movie like that takes a lot out of you, and I don't mind if Joss Whedon decides that he doesn't want to come back, because he did a lot. I think Joss Whedon needs to just step back now, do some writing and do some executive producing, and then he just leave it there. He proved himself by tackling this, and if Avengers: Age of Ultron is definitely better than Avengers, it's definitely going to be one of those billion-dollar movies. So I'm thinking it's going to be a blockbuster for the ages, and that's why it's number 1 for me. But anyway, people, thank you so much for viewing. Do remember to subscribe to the show, youtube.com/YardyReviews, as well as email us at yardy.reviews@gmail.com, as well as follow us on Twitter at YardyReviews. And do remember to check out Irv's WordPress, big picture small screen.wordpress.com, all the reviews, all the news, and she's also doing a post on favorite films of 2014. So look out for that as well. And all the reviews and all the shows. Anyway, me and Irv signing out. Big up yourself.